Welcome back to DSP. Ian, kind enough to join us as we dive into draft talk. The Lions stayed put at 28 on Thursday, but then you knew it was going to happen on Friday because they moved up twice to get 2 new players. They made some more picks on Saturday. Your overall takeaway, how much did the needle move for you with this draft?
Listen, when it comes to Brad Holmes on draft day, just let that man cook, okay? I don't need to worry about what he's making. I don't even need to see the menu. You know, like, don't even tell me what the type of food
Let it be a
is
chef
going to be
surprise.
served. Yeah, just tell me when to show up, okay? Do I need to bring a bottle of wine? Otherwise, I'm just going to go to dinner and enjoy my time, because when Brad cooks, the food so far, every time I go to this restaurant, absolutely
James
amazing.
Beard
5 stars, Michelin,
Michelin
whatever it is.
James Beard Award.
Yeah,
I agree. I mean, I would love to have some kind of hot take, but I'm not going to doubt Brad Holmes at this point. I mean, they seem to get some positions in need. I think it was a little bit different. You know, they're very picking the best player available, and it felt a little bit more like they were picking the best player available at the positions they needed. So maybe that was a little bit different. I do love the Tesla pick. You know, I think that story is great. Mm-hmm. I think the potential and the ceiling there is fantastic. I thought they got some great value at guard. So I mean, overall, I think it was a pretty successful draft.
And a guard with some great hair who can run a very fast 40.
Yeah, he just looks like a Lions player, right?
Yeah. That is like that could be Dan Campbell's teammate from back in the day, Tate Ratledge.
Honestly, my takeaway is that the Lions think they're good for this year. Like, I think that from the guys they're getting back from injury, they think that they're good enough to get into the playoffs, to put them in position to play for a Super Bowl, because these picks were like down the line picks, in my opinion. Like, they look at, you know, a defensive tackle. It's not sexy, but like Aleem McNeil is hurt, right? And then like DJ Reader's not here for the long haul. So you kind of just solidify a very important position. Then I was calling for them to do interior O-line, and I'm so glad that they did, because you can just see the infrastructure starting to crumble on the interior there, and they shored that up, not only in the 2nd round, but also in the 5th round. So, and then like a wide receiver. Is he going to play that much at wide receiver this year? I mean, he's going to really have to earn it, but even if he doesn't, like, Tim Patrick isn't going to be around forever, right?
Nope.
So,
Right.
like,
And that
J-Mo might not be here in 2 years, right? So, yeah, I think that Brad Holmes is looking 5 years ahead instead of looking at just next year.
And you mentioned DJ Reader might not be here long term, but Tim Patrick probably won't either. And now you have that big body target, because if J-Mo stays, I mean, you have the speedster, you have the middle of the field guy in Amon-Ra, and then you have the big body threat as well. I mean, that kind of checks every single box that you'd want for a wide receiver core. Were you surprised that they went with Tyleik Williams first? Because everyone was clamoring, and I think a lot of people among Lions fans were saying, go get an edge, pair somebody with Aiden Hutchinson. Were you surprised that they went DT instead of DE?
For me, this was just like a really good feel-good story. I mean, Tyleik Williams, I'm so happy for him that finally he'll get to win in the state of Michigan. I mean, this guy has suffered for 4 years.
Let it go.
And now, next fall, he will finally get to win a game. And you just got to feel good for a guy like that.
I think he feels pretty good, because guess what? He already has 1 ring, and he's trying to come win another one here.
Listen, I think that Brad Holmes identifies the guys that he wants from a culture standpoint, from a skill standpoint, from a need standpoint, and he puts that all together into some sort of secret Brad Holmes formula. And when that guy is available and he can go get that guy, he goes and gets it. Yeah. And that's why he's so active on draft weekend or whatever we're calling it. And he always gets the person that he wants. And I mean, if he thinks Tyleik Williams is going to be a long-term starter at defensive tackle, sure, amazing pick.
Yeah, he's like the most decisive GM on draft day ever.
He knows
goes in with a
exactly
plan and nothing can deviate.
Yeah, he knows who he knows what he wants. He knows who he wants. No. And everybody seems to have to fit a mold, right? Like, it fits the Lions mold when you take these guys. It's not. They're not. It kind of goes against who the best player on the big draft, the consensus draft board is. That's not the best player on Brad Holmes' draft board. He goes and gets his guy.
Because he looks beyond just the measurables.
Absolutely.
And I mean, they've done that with so many players.
And look how it's transformed the team. You can't say that hasn't been effective in going and getting the right guys.
Yeah, it's more like best fit available than best player available,
Agreed.
which is why, even though, you know, Mike Green was an edge that we talked about, or like that was in the top half of the 1st round in a lot of mock drafts, but it never really felt like the Lions were going to draft him even when he fell, just because there's character issues there.
Yeah.
And they address DT. And like you were saying, Aleem McNeil, who knows how close to 100% he's going to be, maybe even midway through the season.
Right.
I mean, significant knee injuries like that, I mean, they take time to recover, especially for a defensive tackle.
Then going forward after this year, you conceivably have Aleem McNeil and Tyleek Williams and Aiden on that line for the long term, right? So he's looking ahead and saying, I'm going to set up this team to have a Super Bowl window that lasts 5-6 years. Not
That's
just
what he
these
said.
next
That's what he
2
said
years.
at the end of the season.
Which is what he should be doing.
Also, I have a feeling, just a gut feeling. I don't have any sources, Ian.
Yeah,
no
sources
but
say.
it feels
Sources
like
say.
Zadarius Smith is going to find
Dang
his
it,
way
that
back.
was
to
what I
Detroit.
was going to say. You just saved yourself 30 seconds.
It just feels like that's going to happen. So I think maybe Brad knows that in the back of his mind, at least for this upcoming year.
Right.
That
if Instagram is any indication, it's looking likely.
it's just, he's just waiting out there. It seems like they're kind of waiting him out a little bit.
Yeah.
Well,
I think he just went to a Tigers game, right? Or or Pistons game
Pistons
or something.
game.
He's in town.
yeah.
Yeah. He's not hanging. Yeah.
Still a lot of offseason to go. We shall see. Also, rookie minicamp coming up, and then OTAs as we begin the summer. But speaking